Well, hello there, my name is Mangrovejane and this video continues my video journal series of what is happening in my first life and second life in my weeks as my studies come to an end. It's the series where I discuss the things I've been thinking about and writing about, as well as the journey of my visual adventures. So, Saturday in the gallery was super slow, which was kind of nice after the mad rush and stress of last week. I hung around the gallery, played a bit of Minecraft on my family's server, tweaked a few things with the exhibit, and also recorded changes in my visual journal. The rest of the week was a bit of a blur of visitors and talking and networking. The weekdays seem to be really busy as people stop in on their lunch break or in between classes, but there were a few things that really stood out. On Tuesday, I had a moment of serendipity. I wrote a blog post about this amazing thing that happened on the train on the way into the gallery on Tuesday. My train ride is quite long, it's about 45 minutes, but I actually quite like that time. I read usually with my headphones jammed on my head, listening to music and shutting the world out like most of the other commuters. Sometimes I watch videos on my phone or iPad. It's just some nice forced downtime. This particular day, I noticed a guy as I walked onto the train. He was dressed like a pirate and playing a guitar softly and unobtrusively. It was a moment of serendipity and I had to capture it. I love moments like that. I'd like to do a dual real-life, second life exhibition showing moments of serendipity from both worlds, but I digress. Basically, I asked this guy if I could take photos of him. I explained I was an artist and was considering using the photos for a variety of things, and he said sure I could. So, thank you Paul Hilda for being my life model and muse on public transport on an otherwise ordinary Tuesday. And if you'd like to hear the rest of that story, check out my blog post on it. I'll leave a link to that down below. On Wednesday, I came across this lovely gift on my desk in the gallery. I had the opportunity to talk to my Griffith University Postgrad Student Association rep, Chantel, the previous day and told her I was exhibiting just down the hallway from her. Now, I know Chantel from before I even started the degree. I actually met Chantel. I used to hang out at the university before I officially started just to get a feel for things and to check books out of the library and study for a little bit. And I kind of ran into Chantel and got to chatting with her at that time in my life, and we just kind of kept in touch ever since then. So when I popped into the gallery on this morning, I found a very welcome cup of coffee in a reusable cup as a gift waiting for me on my desk. It was such a lovely way to start a morning, knowing that you were someone's thought and they did something to make your day better. Sometimes it's just the little things that get you right in the feels, you know? I also had the opportunity to talk with fellow academic artist Michelle, who works in sculpture and installation. I've seen Michelle in a couple of my courses this semester, but it was the first time I had actually had the chance to chat with her. It was such a great chat and I'm so glad she stopped in. I can't even remember all the things we talked about, but she did have some really good feedback and critique for me about my work and gave me a lot to think about. And in explaining choices I had made with regards to certain parts of my work, I realised I understood my work better for having to explain it. We also had a conversation about the group exhibition idea for next year, and it just so happened that Michelle has a piece she is currently working on that fits exactly with the theme of the exhibit. And that was kind of cool too. The other thing I wanted to mention was that the two monitors at the front of the exhibit were originally going to be a dual video playing simultaneously of my real life self and my avatar self having a conversation. However, I really liked how the blinking technical difficulties videos I did in response to the actual technical difficulties I had turned out. So it kind of expressed every frustration I've had with technology issues over the past 3 years, and I'm wondering how I might be able to work that into the end product somehow. It has been a long week, and the beginning of next week sees me pulling down my exhibit and trying to digest all the feedback I've gotten these past 2 weeks. I'm still missing hanging out in Second Life just for the joy of hanging out there. I want to go see new parts of the mainland in Belisaria and see how it has developed, as well as check out exhibits at the Verdun, Cultivate and GBTH. I'd love to be able to open up my own artist-run initiative in Second Life with rotating exhibits and competitions in different genres. I really miss the machinima and art competitions that used to be held at the University of Western Australia campus, and I think the world kind of needs something like that back in it. I think it would be such a good project to work on with my good friend Mondrian. He has such great ideas, common sense and a positive attitude. But that is just me dreaming for the moment of another moment when I actually have time to devote to a project like that. And on that thought, that is all from me here today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and while you are there, punch the bell as well, which will give you notifications of any new videos I release. And I will catch you all in the next video.